Welcome aboard Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, where we set sail on a journey of adventure and laughter with your favorite hosts, Thomas Kennedy, Trevor Shelby, and Reese Scripture. Get ready to explore the world of Carnival Cruises with all the tips, tricks, and hilarious anecdotes you could ever need. Whether you're a seasoned cruiser or just a first-timer, we've got you covered. So grab your life jackets and join us on the open seas. This is Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
Oh my gosh, this is Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. That guy sounds so freakishly awesome.
That dude sounds awful. We should have paid Morgan Freeman like we were going to do the intro. But no, we had this dude who sounds like he's on a vocoder or something do it.
Yeah,
you know?
A very, very limited supply of money. Our podcast makes like $8 a month.
He would Morgan Freeman's. We could
probably
get on the work. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll reach out. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us, Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We are definitely, just like last week, we are so prepared for a wonderful, jam-packed cruising episode.
I think we're more prepared this week than last week.
We're way more prepared this week than last week. Which last week, re-listening to it, not to break this whole cycle of opening, actually was not a bad show. I thought that was actually really good. I think I really undersold it. But I'm going to ask the loaded question.
So what's this loaded question?
I'm going to ask the loaded question. How was y'all's week?
Go Niners!
Wow, my ears.
See, this is why I don't like sports ball. Their fans are just very obnoxious and loud.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we're better than Dallas Cowboy fans who are shown punching TVs and setting jerseys on fire.
Yeah.
Because they lost.
At least you have a bar.
There you go.
I'm good. I've decided that my cult leader name is now Fuzzy Bum the Elder.
Fuzzy Bum the Elder. Now, I've got to ask, why is it Fuzzy Bum?
If
I don't want to know. I don't really need the visual of Reese's ass right now. I really don't.
Well, who knows? So, I'm just asking.
It's because I skipped Brazilian Day.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could help, bud.
We lost Trevor there for a second. Did he vomit off?
I let the dog out. So, okay. Well, I asked because that's like the reporter in me. I asked the hard-hitting questions, and so
no, that's not a hard-hitting question.
Hard-hitting question. I got the truth out, didn't I? So there we go. Now we know more than we ever wanted to know. So,
and this week, just right now is freaking me out because Fuzzy Bum the Elder is just frozen. His face is stuck in this grin on my screen.
Yeah, mine too.
You're still moving.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll all be fixed in post. But, so, Mr. Kennedy, you actually brought to our attention something kind of interesting, a nice little talking point for today's show. I thought you should maybe point that out.
Well, let me pull out my phone real quick so I can bring up the article. It was on, I believe it was on Cruise Hive, but let me check it and bring it up real quick.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and fill the silence with some really good commentary.
Well, now I've got it up, so I mean...
Never mind.
So it's actually not on Cruise Hive, it's on Cruise Radio, which is a very highly rated news source for cruising. And
they don't have a podcast, so don't look for it. Just look up their website. They don't have a podcast. Stop looking.
They do have a YouTube page.
Don't. They have a website. No podcast.
They have a website. Yeah. Okay. So the article is titled "Nassau Cruise Port CEO Says Bahamas Has Failed Miserably," and that is because Nassau is ranked 19 out of 20 Caribbean ports, and Freeport is dead last, 20 out of 20. Citing, that there's way too many, people bugging people as they get out of the duty free area, filthy streets, and not a lot to do. And about 80% of the passengers are not happy with the cruise ports. So, I mean, I think the fact that, I walked 10 miles just to get outside of the port terminal is my biggest argument, because by the time I get done, I'm too tired to walk to the shopping district or anything else.
Yeah.
So,
well, they do have a pretty long pier. They've done a lot better. It's a lot more streamlined. You don't have to go through that, or you do have to go through a building still, but it's just like walk right through. And it's pretty well, set up. When I was there last year, it was a lot different than it was. So the people bugging you right there's a lot, but once you get through that first wave, it wasn't so bad after that. I've been there at times when you're just like, just leave me alone. You're a block away, and the people are still trying to get you.
But yeah, that's one of the things they mention is, you went to the fort, and he's like, we got forts, we got beaches, got, they've got 2 all-inclusive resorts in Nassau. So, but they don't have enough for, 15,000 to 20,000 cruise passengers that may end up there, because they can accept a lot of ships in Nassau.
Yeah,
a lot of ships.
Yeah, I will say. Okay, so the last time I was there, if you check out my vlog on YouTube, you'll actually see it over on Pier Runners. So what we did was I pre-planned everything. Every time I've been to Nassau, I have been sorely disappointed. Especially when I went to Atlantis and I was like, oh, this is terrible. But what I'm getting at is I went with a plan. I had just like a few places I wanted to go to, and it worked out really well because I got to go see everything on my list, and I actually knew everything I was going to, so I didn't have to have a tour guide. And I was kind of like the impromptu tour guide for my group. And it was kind of fun. And then the only thing I will say is walking the streets in these areas where tourists don't normally go, it feels like you're going to get run over everywhere you go. we actually had a cop stop and turn on his lights and help us across the street at one point.
Wow.
It was there's construction on one side, we had to go down the street. It was bad. But there's hardly any walkways where you're needing to go. So yeah, I can kind of get it. Their infrastructure is kind of interesting for walking around. But
well, see, the first time I went, it was actually the first time that you were there. But I was 3 months out of knee surgery, and so I walked out with y'all, and I instantly turned around and came back and sat the rest of the day on our balcony and at the ship because I was in pain. But I gave it a second chance, and the shopping's good if you can get by those people who are just who were screaming. You say they're not doing that anymore, so.
There were some there, but not as bad as it's been in years past. I put it that way.
Okay.
I will say, if you're going to walk anywhere in Nassau, go to the Bahamas Historical Society. Let them know that we sent you. They do a amazing tour there for like nothing. They take donations if you wish, and they will walk you through the history of the Bahamas. You get to see all these really cool artifacts, and you get to really learn about the culture and the people. And really, I kind of like left knowing more than I've ever known of the Bahamas, and it was kind of a cool experience to really kind of get to see that. They have exhibits over the whole building. It's not a very big building, but they got a lot packed in there. And the lady that took us around was so nice, and she answered every one of my really stupid questions. So,
yeah, you do ask a lot of stupid questions.
Oh, but she really put up with it. I'll put it that way. But I was gonna see if they had her name on here. I feel bad that I don't remember. I had her card, Miss Wallace. That's what it is, Miss Wallace. She was amazing. So, but definitely check that out if you got some time. It's not very far from Port too. It's like a couple blocks. So
I'm gonna have to try this out.
As far as Freeport is concerned, Freeport, there's of course the big pay beach that you can go to. There's Tony Macaroni's, which is what we like to do, but really there's nothing, because you have to be taxied there, from to go any of those places. Actually, anywhere in Freeport, you have to be taxied because there's nothing around that port. So build up that area around that port as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. The Freeport is one of those places that I kind of feel. I don't know if I've got like a different view of it. It's like you have to get out. You have to get on like a bus or something, or take a taxi if you really want to go do anything there. But like, it's one of those places that like, if I go to Tony's, I know I'm going to have a great time. So,
I mean, Tony's, you know what to expect. Spend $20 on some drinks. They give you access to the beach. You go the other way to the beach that like the Parkers went to, and you have to pay for everything.
Yep.
You have to pay for entry. You have to pay for chairs, and
cooks up a mean meal too.
Oh man, those conch fritters! Wow.
So every time I see his Facebook posts, I'm always like, oh, I wish I could go back. But it's sad, though. I kind of agree. The Bahamas has really failed cruisers for a while, and not try to be too harsh on them or anything, but there's a lot, like, when people tell me, like, oh, man, I'm going to go on vacation in the Bahamas, I'm going to spend a week there, I want to be like, I'm sorry. Why would you do that?
I mean,
so I'm sure they're going to have a great time.
From the looks of it, though, I mean, Bimini is a part of the Bahamas, and that looks pretty nice. I mean, and I like the fact that they're going to keep that as a cruise port. So
yes, absolutely. But I don't know. But there's a lot of things you can do out there. I know that I have kind of a limited view because I don't always book an excursion. I like to go adventure on my own sometimes. And so that may be part of my problem. So, but I do agree that they have lacked in some areas. Although you can make it fun. That's not saying the Bahamas is a bad destination. I've been several times.
Me too. I mean, there's some fun things to do, and then there's some not so fun things to do. It's just you don't want to do the same thing every time you go there.
Yes, absolutely. Which one's the one that has the? Oh, that is it. Okay, so if you are in Nassau, one thing I want to do is actually take a ride out to the Blue Lagoon Island. and it's out there in the Bahamas, and it is kind of cool to be able to go out and see that. I think that's kind of like a neat little resorty looking.
I mean,
beach.
as long as Brooke Shields is there, I mean, I know she's like in her 60s now, but I mean, still she looks good.
Yeah, kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis, ages like a fine wine. So
we're not getting into this right here.
Brooke Shields ages like a tree. Chick is tall.
Exactly.
Well,
I've decided. Well, all right. So preface this by saying, I've been to Vegas. I've been to casinos. I love casinos. The only games I've ever played at casinos, kind of not counting slots because I stopped doing that when I was like 21, is blackjack and roulette. Love both of them. They're both very fun. I've done pretty good at roulette. I've stayed steady at blackjack and walked away very drunk. But I am trying to learn how to play craps because I would like to do that on the ship. And I'm very excited about it.
Craps is very, very fun. I still play a lot of slots, but I'm, table games. I play blackjack. I play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and I do play craps. It's very easy to learn. You just got to know the odds, basically. Because if you want, the easiest bet you can do is the pass line,
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get the point set, then you'll bet the odds. And on a carnival table, you can bet up to 3 times the odds, or 3 times your bet for the odds. Now, of course, you want to know this is where math comes in, because if you place bets on the numbers up top, like 10, 5, 6, 8, and those numbers across the top, then you have to be able to bet the appropriate amount, because you can't just like place a $5 bet on the 6 or 9. Is it 6 or 9? 6 and 9? Well,
6 and 8.
6 and 8, yeah. You have to bet. If it's a $5 table, you have to bet $7.
Mm-hmm.
That way it pays out correctly if the 6 or 8 pop up.
Yeah,
so,
but the table guy knows this, so when you put down extra money, he'll give you back the dollar chips.
You'll say, I want to put this on 6, and he'll say, drop me a dime or something like that, and he'll give you a solid if he can. Otherwise, he'll give you like 3 ones. So. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they'll know what to give if you don't want to have a lot of ones, and you just want to put like $7 on there.
I've got a strategy with the ones. If I'm accumulating some extra ones, those ones are going to start going on like the hard rolls and the any sevens and stuff like that.
You want to do you also there's also bets in the center as well for all the numbers being hit, basically. Mm-hmm. The low numbers, the high numbers, and then all of them.
Hard 2, hard 6, yeah, all that.
No. These aren't the hards. These are
those. You're talking. Okay,
every number going across being hit by a single roller.
Yeah.
But the second easiest bet is the field. You just put your bet down, and if those numbers come up, then you get 1 to 1. Mm-hmm. So, and then
unless it's a 12 or a 2, I believe, right? Because a 12 pays double.
It depends on the table. 12 could pay triple.
Oh yeah.
So
Trevor, you look confused.
I don't play it.
Neither do I. I'm learning it off of YouTube and an app I downloaded on my phone.
I have craps on my phone, and when Trevor and I were going to go to Vegas for my birthday before COVID, which stupid COVID canceled that. I was watching craps videos like crazy trying to learn, and then so I started playing at some of the local casinos, and I've won up to $600 before on craps tables, but the last cruise I was on, I actually made 138 before I quit because I was hungry and I went to eat. So.
Warning to the listeners, if you are going to watch craps videos, don't watch the German ones. Those are something different.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's funny. My favorite is, of course, roulette, because I know red and black. And that's about what I know. Odd and even, I think that's a thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So, the ins and outs to these games, I've never tried to learn, and so
you should learn. If you enjoy playing a certain game, you should learn the game. That way, you can think of a strategy. You may not always win, but if you enjoy playing it, it'll help you win some money.
Yeah, I have a problem losing money.
Well, see, to me, the point of gambling is to pay to be entertained.
Yeah.
If you're going in with the idea or the thought that you're going to try and win a bunch of money, I mean, then you're going to just be so much more disappointed when you lose all of your money.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm just paying to have a good time, and if I win anything, it's a perk.
Yeah. There you go.
Which, if you spend enough time at the casino, which a cruise, there's a lot of downtime on sea days. You may end up spending a lot of time in the casino.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not doing karaoke.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I don't know. I've watched them several times. I've just never bothered to learn. I probably should learn. I don't know. Yeah, I know very basic stuff. I played some apps and looked at videos before. I've watched plenty of James Bond films, actually, trying to learn the ins and outs. Yeah, I didn't learn nothing on that.
Yeah, Baccarat. Yeah.
And then, but yeah, that's really about it. Then, just whatever slot machine, that's easy. But
yeah, you just
easier
press
anyways. You hit the button.
Or you pull the pull bar.
Yeah. I don't know. Does this ship have a smoking and non-smoking casino?
Yes. The XL
well,
ship.
I say this ship like everyone knows what ship I'm talking about. The
celebration and the Mardi Gras actually have a huge casino area, and it's actually smoking and non-smoking with a glass door in between them.
Okay.
And
not bad.
Also, you don't have to walk through the casino if you don't want to, like on other ships.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I know that they started fitting the Dream class with the second casino, but the non-smoking casino is so tiny.
Well, in the Vista class, the entire casino is tiny.
Yeah. So, although I did like the Vista, they had that like opening thing up top.
Yeah.
Like you could go around and look down into. Yeah. It's kind of cool. But yeah, no, I've never done that. I barely have ever gotten any casino deals with Carnival, but I know that if you play the games and earn the points and all that, you can go on some pretty darn cheap or free cruises. So that's pretty cool as well.
Because they want their money back. Because more than likely you've won some money too.
Yeah. Well, and it's a separate company that runs the casino, so it's that company that's deciding the deals.
You still have to go through Carnival's Players Club.
Yeah, but but whenever you get the deals, it was decided by them, the casino. But I think it's pretty cool. I just need to. I feel like I need to like have a little bit of extra money sometime, and if that would ever happen in my life, and be able to, go in knowing I'm going to probably lose a lot of money, but it may be setting me up for good cruises in the future. You know what I mean?
Well, this is some extra due.
$2 every $2 spent in the on a slot machine is 1 point.
Yeah,
and you need at least 1,000 points to get drinks in the casino.
Well,
I mean, while you're on the ship, if you didn't already take that. If you didn't already take that offer.
I got a deal the other day that was drinks in the casino.
Well, no, I'm talking if you went on a cruise without not taking, if you had an offer like that and didn't take it, you have to spend 1,000. You have to get 1,000 points to get them to offer it to you on the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. And I know that there's not an exact science to it all, because there's some people that are like, well, I spent as much as my friend Mary, and Mary get a free cruise, and I only got crapped on.
Well, that's because Mary probably spent you played the slots, and they base it off of money, and she probably played tables, which they based that on time played.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's time in it. Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. It's all confusing to me, but I would love to get some good deals, because the deals they send me, and I will say the only thing I've ever done to get these deals from Carnival was I uploaded my player's card from Las Vegas and was like, I'm showing them my player's card, and then they gave me cruise deals, and so like casino deals. I never played the casino in Las Vegas. I don't know. My player's card is 0. So I don't know, except maybe the hotel room, maybe points or something. I don't know what's on those cards. So
damn, now I need to find my Vegas cards.
I know. Hey, speaking of, you need to come to my house. So, Reese, you need to come to my house, and we'll get you set up on your Carnival account, and we need to go over the excursions and stuff.
Okay.
So, but apparently we got visited by the upgrade fairy, and I missed it. So...
Again? Another upgrade?
Yeah, another upgrade. So it was on there, and I clicked it, and it said, this offer went away. And I was like, oh.
What was that offer?
No offer. No offer. It didn't show me the offer. It said, you have an upgrade available. And I clicked it, and it said, no longer available, or something. And I was like, well, crap. I should check that more often.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
So
we need to go over everything and kind of go make sure, excursions or anything you want to do, any special meals or anything you want to sign up for or anything. We'll kind of go over it and get you set up, bud.
Cool.
So, Reese mentioned that that on his, on our C days, off days, he'd probably be doing karaoke, which, that's pretty cool, because I can't sing in front of people. I can sing in front of my students.
I need to.
But, I can't. I wouldn't. I'd probably vomit on stage. But anyway.
You sing on this podcast, and we get almost
no one can see me on
downloads
the
a week.
No one can see me, though. That's the thing.
More people
I can play in front of thousands
on this show than they would ever hear you on a Carnival show.
I can play my instruments in front of thousands of people and be fine. I'll be nervous, but I'm fine because I got an instrument to my face, But if I'm singing to thousands of people, they're looking at my face.
Okay, do this.
Anyway, what I was going to say was...
Put the microphone in your face.
in the Carnival Celebration group, there was a person who griped about a 4:00 karaoke session where the karaoke machine died and they couldn't get it repaired, and they're blaming it on Carnival. Would you blame a malfunction like that on Carnival? No. I mean, things like that happen. You know, she said she felt cheated. I'm like, well, find another karaoke place. They pop up like every 30 minutes.
If that's like their only karaoke setup, that's weird because you got to imagine they've got more.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably one at every bar, and they do it.
Or go have fun. Go to the piano bar. That's where I'm going to spend a lot of time. And I love singing along at a piano bar. And so live music is like my thing. And so that's how you get me singing, is if I'm singing along with somebody. So that's probably how you're going to get me to do karaoke, is if somebody sings with me.
The funnest I ever had at one of Carnival's piano bars was my very first cruise, and my doppelganger, who sadly has passed away since then. Yeah. His nickname was Buddha as well, so we called him Tuda, and I was Buddha. But he was a very talented piano player, and he actually talked the pianist into letting him play a set. And he did. Okay. That was great. And, of course, the pianist in the piano bar was amazing. I mean, he was sitting there. It was back in the day that you could smoke in the piano bar. And, you know, we were just sitting there, and it was a great place to just lounge. And the singer, the guy playing the piano, saw two women walk in and started. It's like, "Hi, ladies. I got something to tell you. Hello. Is it me you're looking for?"
Nice. Little Lionel Richie.
Yeah. So, I mean, those pianists are great, but nothing will ever top that unless I have another friend who can talk them into letting them play, you know?
Yep. I guess I could try to talk them into letting me play, but... Not to brag or anything, but...
Your sister is the only one.
I had a Fisher-Price piano thing when I was little.
Your sister is the only one with any musical talent in your family. No.
I played a pretty mean saxophone back in the day. Thank you very much. Well, mean as in
we were in band class together.
Yeah, we were. So, but anyway, well, enough about all that. I feel like we have reached the end. Sadly, the end of the show, unless we got something else to talk about.
This is the end. Oh, sorry.
The end.
You guys talking about singing and stuff.
I would like to say that there has been a rift. A rift has divided us into different sides of the ring. We have
to preface this that this is a subject we've tackled before.
If you're a listener, if you are a cult member of this show, you will know that we've touched upon this subject before several times. And we have to go back to it because Mr. John Hield, he brought it back up, and it brought back the hurt feelings everyone has.
That and Reese felt hurt that he wasn't, included in the argument, even though he wasn't on the show when we had this.
Hey, I'm bringing fresh ideas, and
exactly.
I am still unwavered. I've heard most of your argument. I'm still unwavered.
Okay. That's okay. I told you I was going to be working on a rebuttal, and I've got it. I've got it.
Oh my god!
Okay,
oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, cool. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well,
it is a sandwich.
Yeah.
It is a sandwich because a sandwich, by definition, is a protein and or veggies, bread, and optional condiments. Just up to you. So it's a sandwich.
Man, that's it. That's your weak.
Well, it's better than your argument. Okay.
You don't know. You haven't even heard it yet. You haven't heard it.
Go for it.
Okay, so taking away the gluten idea of a sandwich, you can be sandwiched in between two things. But the only thing that stays standard in this argument of what a sandwich is there is one thing on one side, one thing on another side, and one thing in the middle. So therefore, they are two separate entities making a sandwich. You're sandwiched in between two people on a bus, and you are just bus baloney. So therefore, with this argument, I will even say that a sub, unless somehow it splits on the backside, is also a taco. So therefore, i.e., and so on and so forth, a hot dog is a taco.
So hold on a second. So have you ever taken, one piece of bread and put peanut butter on one side and just fold it over and had a half a peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah, I've had half a peanut butter taco before.
You did not call this a taco. You did not call it a taco. So you're saying a sub sandwich is a taco. So does that mean like an open faced like toast with peanut butter is a pizza or a pie?
Well,
now that you mention it, you are correct, sir.
Oh, good Lord.
Now this is my argument. I have a third and separate argument I would like to present, and it's one that has not been presented on this show before. And I'd like the ladies and gentlemen of the jury to take a step back and think about tacos, sandwiches, and hot dogs. And let's think about each one in a different way, that maybe each thing could be its own thing. Maybe a sandwich is just that. Maybe a sandwich is just a sandwich. And maybe, just maybe, a taco is only a taco. And
technically,
a hot dog. A hot dog, maybe if a taco can be a taco and a sandwich can be a sandwich, why can't, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, why can't it be a hot dog?
Well, technically, a taco is a sandwich because, a tortilla is a Mexican flatbread. So a taco and a burrito are technically sandwiches.
I don't.
Okay, what do you call a pita bread sandwich? A pita pocket sandwich, I should say.
I just call that a pita.
When you stuff meat and veggies,
I don't call it a
sandwich.
It's a pita.
Yeah. He's talking about a pita taco. Yeah.
I refuse to live in this world where we just group things all together.
Okay, Thomas, I got it. All right, I got something for you. Now, if you go to a wrap place, the idea behind a wrap is that you make a sandwich wrapped in a tortilla. Do you still call that a sandwich?
Yes, because a tortilla is a flatbread.
You're crazy, and Trevor's argument just sounds like he's trying to prove that he could be a politician.
Yeah, he's talking out of his butt right now. Yeah,
I'm just making.
Let me answer your question with my question.
Trevor Shelby, President 2022 or 2024.
Shake the baby, kiss the hand.
It's too much. Too much. All right.
I'm going to fight her and saying and making a political campaign commercial for you, like you did for me a few years ago.
Yeah.
Only I'm going to make you president. So
it's harder to do that now. It's
really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it maybe costs a little bit more. I don't know. But making guys paint their name on their chest and dance around
and sing a song.
It costs more than $5 now. I don't understand.
No. The site's called Fiverr. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
Trevor shall be president 2024. He will. He will fix all of the economic problems.
I wouldn't
make
go that far.
Fiverr 5 again.
Oh yeah, not going to happen.
So are we leaving it to the fans to mediate the arguments there that we have? Like, are we going to get a poll going?
Well, we had very few people actually comment on it. Trevor's wife and some other people agreed with me. My
Madison
mother
even agreed.
Madison agreed with me. My mother, she agreed with you and Trevor, and she told me never ever ask a stupid question like that again.
I love it. That's fun.
That's so funny. Well, yeah. So we did get a few comments on there, and maybe we should put it to a poll. Maybe that's the best
an
course
actual
of action.
poll, yeah, because I had them argue it out.
So we're going to leave this poll up long enough for everybody listening to jump in on this. So if you go over to facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, you could join the Facebook page and then also join the group. Now, the group is where the poll is going to be posted. And so you can go in there. You can only make one vote, but we may leave it open for people to do their own write-ins. And the only reason I say that is there might be some compelling arguments on what it is other than a taco or a sandwich.
You're going to allow write-ins? Oh,
I'm going to allow write-ins on this one.
And Trevor's mic stand does not have an opinion on this matter.
No, Trevor's
because it is a taco. Okay.
You see,
anyway.
I can't wait in May to get on the ship and go to the deli and have me a nice Carnival hot dog sandwich. I mean,
be careful the way you hold it, because the hot dog can roll out either side of the sandwich.
Where's the mute button? I can just mute him.
You are not.
I can just mute him. Good Lord. A hot dog sandwich. Oh, that's terrible. Although, Gary made a good point in he was going to slice the hot dog and put it in a sandwich. Mm-hmm. Now, if you did that,
I've done that.
I could see you put it in a sandwich. That's a sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
If you put it in the hot dog bun, which is called a hot dog bun, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the jury.
It's a hot dog bun because a hot dog fits it, just like a hamburger bun.
I know.
I've made hot dogs with bread. That's how poor I grew up. I had white bread with a hot dog in it.
That's fine.
With that argument, that means I'm a hot dog bun.
Some days, Oh, that's really funny.
Oh, man.
Well, we will post this debate. This has gone on way too long. This is a cruising podcast, not a hot dog podcast. Well, everybody, why don't you jump on over to our Facebook page over at facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We've got the Facebook group and we got a Facebook page. Join them both. We just broke over 100 people on the Facebook group, which is
we need a cheer
fantastic.
You need a cheer
button. Yeah, we need cheers for this. So, it'd help if I actually had the volume.
Wow.
Anyways, we hit 100 people on the Facebook group. I mean, oh my goodness, that's
there
all
you go.
100.
Thank you. The cult is growing.
It's growing. One by one. Oh, I didn't realize it was this long. Still going.
Still going. Yeah. No,
Okay.
come on. Calm down.
No, please don't. Stop. No, stop, please. Oh, too
No,
kind.
but for real. But yeah, no, we hit over 100 people, which is great. So like Mr. Kennedy said, this is the cult grows, and so that's great. We do got some cool things in the pipeline, so definitely join so you be the first to know about big stuff going on with Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. But for now, just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved.
And remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
And Fuzzy Bum the Elder says, "Save the foosball tables." Bye-bye.
See ya. You're really going to push this Fuzzy Bum the Elder.
Wow. No, it'll probably change next week. Although I might make a shirt.
I'm going to have to let Madison know your new name. So she's going to have questions. Anyway. All right.